Perfect. Okay. My name is Mark Simons, and I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Kingston this year. And it's a pleasure to have you all here for a very special event. Paul Vanessa, did I see Paul is in the room? So, if comfortable, please stand for the national anthem led by our own world-renowned Paul Vanessa. Oh, Canada, home and native land, through patriot love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, a true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. That was wonderful. Yeah. Now, before I forget, how do you do that?
Spotlight.
Come on over here and do that. Okay, Paul's gonna do this. I just want to make sure I get a picture of all these smiley, happy faces for our records there. I don't mean it to be like a Coldplay concert, so hopefully everyone here is with the right partners and stuff. So, Lindsay and Paul are going to be looking after most of the events of this, and Lindsay said, don't say anything, Mark, because I'll look after it, so I have a prepared speech. Welcome to what is truly one of the most meaningful meetings of our Rotary year, our Community Outreach Grants meeting. Today here in Kingston, we have the privilege of doing something that sits at the very heart of Rotary, turning service, fundraising, and fellowship into real impact for people in our own community. Throughout the year, our club has worked hard through events, sponsorships, and the generosity of our members and supporters to raise funds. But today is the reason we do it. Today, we distribute these dollars to deserving agencies in and around Kingston that are addressing real needs, supporting families, strengthening mental health services, helping youth thrive, caring for seniors, and lifting up the most vulnerable among us. These grants are more than checks. They represent trust, they represent partnership, and they represent Rotary's belief that strong communities are built when people step forward to serve. To the agencies with us today, thank you for the work you do for every day, often quietly, often with limited resources, but always with dedication and compassion. You are the front lines of community care, and we are proud to stand alongside you. To my fellow Rotarians, you should be proud. The funds we distribute today are the result of your commitment, your time, and your belief in service above self. Let's enjoy this opportunity to celebrate the impact we can make together. Thank you, and let's begin.
There you go. Follow that.
Honest to God, a couple miracles today. One, Mark Simon's prepared for a meeting when he really wasn't supposed to. And Adam Coben's here, right? Okay. Hi there. I'm Lindsay Foster. Just make sure in the back everybody can hear me. Hands up. Excellent. Hello and welcome to all. For our new members and guests who may not have been part of this experience in the past, this meeting and this process are incredibly near and dear to Rotarian hearts. These grants are one of the main reasons we fundraise to the extent that we do. When we're trying to sell calendars, or sell tickets to the gala, or walk the bingo halls, or staff the gates at the fall fair, or smash a few pickleballs around at the annual tournament, right, Pete? Your organizations and what you provide your clients, your students, our community are top of mind. You are our inspiration. We are a volunteer organization, which means all money raised is directed back to this community and for Rotary projects around the world. Our club launched community outreach grants in 2015 as a new way to fund local programs and projects that make a difference. At that time, we wanted to engage with more local groups and organizations. That goal remains the same, and every year we meet even more people who are committed to strengthening our community by taking a little bit of funding and making it go a long way to support thousands of people. We have formed connections and partnerships that didn't exist 11 years ago. Grant recipients promote our club through social media, participate in service projects, and support our fundraisers. Many of our Rotarians have been so moved by what they hear at this annual meeting and end up donating their own time or funds to organizations such as yours. We have recipients who have become Rotarians, which even further enriches our membership. Back in 2015, the committee had $10,000 to allocate. That annual amount has continued to climb every year as the club recognizes the need and benefits of this process. Today, we are handing out checks totaling nearly $50,000 to 21 recipients. This brings the grand total of community outreach grants since the beginning to over $257,000. While this is incredible, it's important to note that our committee received 45 applications this year, requesting nearly $128,000. We would fund it all if we could, but we can't. And this is the reality for every service club and in turn every not-for-profit organization and school as costs continue to rise and government funding continues to fall, all the while demand for service climbs at alarming rates. These grants not only will help feed our community's most vulnerable, they will help offer safe, inclusive, accessible, and affordable spaces, supplies, and equipment. They will engage community members to grow forests and food. They will help young people develop healthier and stronger relationships with their peers and themselves. They will support the equipment and services needed by local seniors, local firefighters, bereaved youth, and families temporarily relocated to Kingston because of an ill or injured child. They will also support access to music, listening to the symphony, or playing an instrument. And as I said earlier, a note to Salle, we want to be in the front row of the first concert with your students playing glockenspiels. That's great. Honestly. When the world seems upside down and divided beyond repair, we need days like today to celebrate our community and the people who make such a difference. Thanks to all of you. I would also like to thank members of the Community Outreach Grants Committee. It's always fascinating bringing a bunch of Rotarians together to ask them what they think. But we do it very well, make decisions. It takes hours to go through the applications, they all do, and they rate them, and it's just amazing. I love this process. There's such thoughtfulness and compassion. My co-chair, Paul Elsley, as well as Adrian Brown. Maybe we can all stand up if we can, if we're able. Adrian Brown, Burl, Carol Marche, who are in state, Darlene Clement, and Ann, Reedy Martian, Marcy McMullen, Marie Miller, Don Scheidler, Dave Short, and Marika Wilt. I'm so glad we're together to celebrate, and I'm going to bring Paul up now, and he will introduce all of our recipients.
Thanks, Lindsay. Get myself organized here. But just a quick reminder, and I know the organizations probably don't need a third reminder, but please keep your comments to 2 minutes or less when I call you up. And at the end of your talk, we will present you with your check. And we also have for your walls a great big check that you can put up. And we'll quickly take a picture of you with our president, Mark, and then we'll call up the next organization. Okay, here we go. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Darcy Munn, the Executive Director of RKY Camp, to come forward and receive a check for $2,000.
Never been. Okay.
Darcy, if you could stand.
Right.
Right here, we've got 10 people. Everybody.
Okay. I've never gone first before. I feel honored. Okay. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Darcy Munn. I'm from RKY Camp. And today we're accepting a $2,000 grant from the Community Outreach Grant for an accessible full-size change table that's going into our brand new shower house and washroom facility that we're currently constructing. And so we go out to the public and we're trying to say that we're fully accessible, but we're not there yet. And so this grant is helping us get there. We see more than 4,000 youth a year now through our site, but we're missing a really important part of that number, and that's children that require accessible space. And so we know that there's school groups that are not coming to our site because of this. And so this $2,000, I believe, will get us over that hurdle. Every time we build a building, it's accessible. We're not quite there, and I think we're there now. So,
Love Mark has this beer. Got curling today, so. You gotta hold up the check, right? We'll get this thing. All right. Thank you.
Our next organization are the Bereaved Families of Ontario, Kingston. And I'd like Lisa Cassidy, a member of our Rotary Club, to come forward and receive a check for $1,387. Lisa?
Thank you. Thank you so much for this. So what we are doing at Bereaved Families of Ontario, Kingston region is we provide peer grief support. And one of the groups that we have not been able to do this in the best way for is children and teens. We don't offer a group for them. And we know that we're missing actually even finding the kids who could use our support. We do one-to-one support for them, but they have to find us first. So in order to help them find us, we are now going to, thanks to this grant, be able to provide a care package to schools because they know when a student has lost someone important in their life. So we've arranged with Algonquin and Lakeshore District School Board and Limestone District School Board to provide each school with, depending on their population, 1 to 4 of these care packages that they will hand out to students when they know there's been a death in the family. Then they'll let us know and we'll replace them as needed. But just so that you can understand what kinds of things are going in this, I brought it with to show you. We've got things like a stress ball. We've got, for the high school students, we've got journals with suggested topics inside to help guide them in their grief. We've got, for the children and elementary school, a package of activities that they can work through on their own or with parental support, including a pack of pencil crayons to help them complete that. We've got a candle that I can't find right now. It's somewhere at the bottom of the bag. There's a little candle so that they can light it in memory of their person. And then there will be information in the bag as well of how they can connect with us and other organizations that can support them in their grief. So thank you so much for the funding.
Perfect. Yeah.
Next up is the Inclusive Play Project. And I would ask Rachel to come forward as the project lead and accept a check for $4,399.
I feel like I'm gonna have to become a Rotarian. So big thank you for this. As those of you who were here a couple of weeks ago, we came and did an update on the project, just kind of making the announcement that we're really close to completion of this project. We raised just over 1.3 million towards our 1.5. Big announcement coming in weeks to come, that we might actually be closing that gap, and construction set to begin this spring. So that's super exciting. Specific to this grant, I just wanted to share a little story. We had invited the family who was the inspiration for this piece of the project. They're in Toronto on an appointment, so they really were sad they couldn't come. But when we first were doing the design for the playground, we did these little focus groups asking families and kids what they would like to see in the playground. And we have a little girl, she's 10 now, but at the time she was about 7 when we started this. And she's in a power chair. And she said one of the things she loves about playgrounds are scavenger hunt panels. So I don't know if you know what I mean, but it's a panel, this one that we picked out is bugs. And it has all different bugs on it. And all throughout the playground, the bugs are hiding. And you go and you find them with your friends. But she said being in a wheelchair, she's not able to find all of the pieces with her sister because they're up high and whatnot. So she said, what I would love to see in this new playground is a panel so that I can do scavenger hunts with my sister. And it's something that seems so simple and so small, but to that little girl, it was really important. And we really wanted to focus on that when we applied for this grant to show how important play is for everybody. So thank you. Big one.
The big one.
Oh, one more.
Our next organization, I believe, is a first-time award winner, Family and Children's Services. And I would like Senwa Manwarike to come forward as the Director of Service Equity and Inclusion and accept a check for $3,300.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so very much for having us and for having me to come and receive the check on behalf of a great start for families, a program that we started in 2022 with the goal of supporting families with infants 0 to age 6 years old. And the program has been growing so amazingly well. And with that really growth that we have encountered, new challenges and opportunities are also coming along the way. And specifically to this grant, what has come for us as an opportunity is making our space more inclusive. So we have a child minding space, 25 organizations come and offer different services in that area, while the parents are getting support, meeting with the doctor at the KCSC office here on Miller Avenue. That's where the program is run. So parents are in meetings, meeting with the OW or getting counseling from Resolve or whatever support they need while the child in the child minding space. They are really having the support they need at the same time. And because of that, we are really making sure the space is more inclusive. We're buying toys and space to change that, because the way it is right now, it's only for a few. But we want the space to make sure that any child, regardless of where they come from, when they go into the space, they can actually see themselves in the space. We have more Francophone families coming to that space, newcomers coming to that space who speak English, and we are making sure through this grant we can buy even coloring that are in different languages and other things that they can actually use that speak to their language and their culture also. So thank you so very much. We know with this grant, it will really take us a long way to be able to make that space so that they can see themselves in the space they are coming into. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, I've never seen you work this hard.
I'm gonna get paid double for today.
Next up is an organization we've come to know very well over the last few years, particularly since COVID. And so I'd ask Leslie Hansen to come forward from Lionhearts as the project lead to receive a check for $3,500.
Thank you, everybody. So Rotarians are highly involved in the program I'll be talking about. It's our student food box program. So up to twice a month, we're delivering boxes of nutritious food directly to the doors of students who are in elementary and secondary school who have self-identified as being hungry. These boxes are filled with a variety of different things, but a lot of nutritious food that they can create themselves into an easy meal, or snacks that they can have when their families are not around or their parents or guardians are working. The Rotarian support they deliver many of these boxes to us. Also, this funding is going to go towards purchasing those highly nutritious items. So like high protein, meats, cheeses, vegetables, and produce that we can include in the box that we don't always have from donations that are available. So it's really providing those high nutritional value items to these families. And the nice thing about this box is we are delivering it to their doorstep so that nobody knows that they're in need. No one knows that they're receiving this box. It's not something they have to bring home from school. They just identify it at schools and then are added. So it's really making a huge difference in the lives of many of the students and people in our community. Some of the stories are just that the children will flock in the streets if they see our vans coming. So they have a Lionhearts van on them. They'll see it. They know it's a student food box day. They know they're getting a box of food. They know they're not going to be hungry that day. So thank you so much for everything you do for us, Rotarians. We really appreciate it.
I wanted to mention that the program that Leslie was talking about started in my garage 14 years ago. And Lionhearts was kind enough, after myself and a number of Rotarians had started the program, to take it on as it grew and grew, unfortunately, and grew. Next up, we've got Lunch by George, and I'd asked Tom Iveson, the chief administrator, to come forward and accept a check for $3,500.
Hello, my name is Shady. This is Tom, and together we are Lunch by George. We are a meal service program downtown. We provide over 200 meals a day to Kingston's marginalized and homeless community and near this. We provide breakfast and lunch 5 days a week. And so this check will be helping us to continue to grow that program and help the families that need it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Roy?
We can take a picture on this head.
Our next organization is the Frontenac-Kingston Council on Aging. And I'd ask John Mursky, the president, to come forward and accept a check for $1,750.
Wow, that's a big deal for us. $1,700, it goes a long way. The mission of the Council on Aging is to improve the lives of seniors in our community and to break senior isolation. We've just recently moved into the Providence Mother House. I don't know if you're familiar with the building, but they have beautiful, beautiful grounds. And especially in the springtime and in the summer. Seniors have come to us and asked us to introduce a new program, which is a walking club. So your grant is going to buy 17 walking sticks. We're going to be partnering with the health unit, who will train the seniors on how to
Oh, you're so funny.
Got ahead in my fault. Anyhow, so the health unit will train our seniors on how to walk properly, and you know the benefits of walking, sure. And so that's what the money will go for. And you're all invited to come to the mother house and view the grounds, and you can come and visit us. And if you want to join our walking group, there are a lot of people in this crowd that look to be all my age. You're welcome to come and join us. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for doing this.
At the end of April, John and I have been working on a special showing of a documentary that's going to take place that focuses on dementia and families dealing with dementia when the person with dementia is hoping to live at home and how we can make that happen. So stay tuned for more details on that. Next up, we've got the Heart Center, and I'd ask Andrea Fitzgerald to come forward. She's the operations manager to accept a check for $1,200.
Thank you so much. I'm really thrilled to be here today on behalf of Heart Center to accept this check from Rotary Club of Kingston. Heart Center is a community arts hub that works specifically with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. That's our core program. Part of what we do is to try and bring inclusive and accessible arts to the entire community for all of those who may have disabilities or who are facing barriers to participation. So this check is going to go towards helping us to continue to improve and update our assistive and adaptive devices in our arts program so that everybody has the opportunity to participate and use the tools. Not only will this be for our studio participants that we see 5 days a week, it will also support our relaunch of our older adults and seniors, our programming that will be happening this year. We, like John and the Council on Aging, moved into the Providence Mother House last year, and we are thrilled to be part of that community. It's an absolutely beautiful location and has already provided us with a lot of accessible features that we were unfortunately missing in our downtown space just due to constraints and things that we couldn't control. So we are always looking for volunteers. If anybody wants to get to know us better, please feel free to contact me. And if you'd like to see a little bit about what we do and what our participants can create and are capable of, we are going to be doing a one-night only performance of an original dance theater performance on the stage of the Isabel Bader this year on Tuesday, April the 21st. Tickets are on sale. Please feel free to join us if you'd like to see what our guys can do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Rotarians, it sounds like we need a trip to the Mother House. And thank you to everybody for keeping on time. It's moving along very nicely. Next up, we have the Kingston Symphony Association. I asked Elena Baker to come forward. She's the Director of Development to accept a check for $723.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here today for this very exciting celebration. My name is Elena Baker, and I'm the Director of Development with the Kingston Symphony Association. We are so thrilled to be a recipient of one of the Rotary Club of Kingston's community outreach grants, which will be used to support our second ever Relax performance, which is taking place this month on March 28th. Relax performances are concerts which are adapted to be welcoming environments for audience members who may struggle in traditional concert environments. During a Relax performance, audience members may make vocalizations, move around, or even leave the hall to visit a separate quiet space if needed. Some examples of folks who may benefit from these types of concerts include people on the autism spectrum, people with ADHD, people with Tourette syndrome, or simply those who appreciate a more relaxed concert environment. Funding from the Rotary Club of Kingston will be used to purchase equipment and supplies for our relaxed performance that can be reused in future seasons. Examples include noise-canceling headphones, fidget toys, floor mats for the quiet space, and art supplies. Funding will also be used to create clear signage to direct patrons on the day of the event. We believe that everyone should have access to the many social and emotional benefits of live music, and we are proud to be expanding the accessibility of the performing arts in our community through initiatives such as our relaxed performances. On behalf of all of us at the Kingston Symphony Association, thank you so very much for your support of our project. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Our next recipient organization is a new one to us, Feed the People. And I'd ask Rachel Schwartz to come forward. She's the coordinator. Sorry, why did I say Rachel? Michelle Schwartz, thank you. She is the coordinator, and I would ask her to come forward and receive a check for $2,708.
Hi, everybody. If you're not aware or familiar with our program, we serve hot meals every single day out of a tent in Bell Park. Those meals are for people that are unhoused, living in tents. More recently, we are receiving people from the community that face food insecurity. That's new to us, but they're also showing up to the tent. We are so grateful today for this donation because we have to meet public health standards. And we need more food grade thermoses. So we'll be buying more of that food, obviously. And our greatest expense is takeout supplies. So we can serve the meals and they can bring them back to their tents. So thank you very much, Rotary Club of Kingston. Okay. Thank you so much.
Next up is another new association, one that's been partnering with us for some time, especially in the sale of cash calendars. So the Inverary Fire Association is going to receive a check for $4,000, and I'd have Kevin Bowie, a firefighter, to come forward.
Thank you so much, everyone. We really are very grateful for this tremendous community grant. So we're part of the Inverary Firefighters Association. We're associated with South Frontenac Fire and Rescue. So South Frontenac Fire and Rescue, we respond to about, it was 590 calls last year for all kinds of different things, from structure fires to motor vehicle collisions to medicals, all manner of things. The money that you're going to be providing to our association, which is based out of Station 7 in South Frontenac, which is near Latimer and Holmes Road, that's going to help us buy equipment that we use to help people every day. That seems to be a really common theme here, is that everyone here is helping other people, and that's certainly what we're passionate about, is helping people on a really bad day. And so specifically the money that we're getting, it's going to be used for buying chest packs, which we use in the wintertime for things like search and rescue and for medical calls. And in the summertime, as you probably are well aware, we've had a great uptick in the number of weather events that we have that are making things like forest fires, wildfires much more common. So these chest packs will be very helpful for us for keeping radios, hydration, first aid, that kind of thing, close in proximity to us when we're out for hours fighting these wildfires. Kevin, did you want to add anything else there? Kevin, for example, last time I saw Kevin was last night at 11:30 after we finished a medical call, and Kevin by himself did 4 medical calls last week.
So we're very busy, and beyond the chest packs, things like headlamps and gloves and that kind of thing are equipment that we're going to be able to put directly into action. And we thank you very much for your support.
Thank you so much again. Chris did a wonderful job of explaining everything, but I just want to also mention that Darlene Clement, who is a neighbor of ours, does a fantastic job of supporting our community for many, many years through Rotary and on her own as well. So I just want to put a little shout out there, Darlene, because I see everything she does.
Hey, maybe they should be in the calendar for 1 month.
I know Chris is telling me that. I'm working on that. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, wait, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
One of my personal favorite organizations is Frontenac Community Services. And unfortunately, Heather Rogers, the executive director, can't be here today because she's ill. But she has sent in her staff, Melanie Picard, and Melanie is the client care supervisor, and she's coming forward to accept a check for $2,548.
Good afternoon. So my name is Melanie Picard, and I'm with Southern Frontenac Community Services. And I wanted to just take a moment on behalf of Heather and Chantel and our entire team, just to say thank you so very much to all the Rotarians for this generous grant and for continuing their support in our work. The funding for this project, we have named Care on the Go, supporting care in rural seniors' homes. And this grant will help us to purchase materials that will help our program run more smoothly. It will allow us to also increase the professionalism of our services, make our in-home staff more easily recognizable to the seniors and families that we serve and work with. It will also help us keep important supplies and paperwork secure and organized. These types of supports make a real difference in helping us provide better service to our seniors. And we sincerely appreciate the Rotarians choosing to support us. And we thank you for believing in what we do and for helping us continue in this vital work in our community. Thank you.
Next up is Breast Cancer Action Kingston, and Dr. Heather White, president, will come forward and receive a check for $2,500. Heather?
Thank you. So on behalf of Breast Cancer Action Kingston, of my community of cancer survivors, I just want to say thank you so much to our community for supporting us through this journey. We couldn't do what we do for the support for our women and men diagnosed with breast and other cancers without the support of Rotary and everyone who shows up to stand beside us in this journey. One thing we've noticed is many of you know we lowered the age of screening in Ontario for mammography about 2 years ago. And since then, we've seen a dramatic increase in the number of women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer at a younger age. These are women that are navigating careers, they're navigating families, and also trying to figure out how can they do these things while in treatment. So we're seeing a lot more families that are coming forward and needing our support. And a lot of women are coming to us with their families in tow. And so this year we are focusing on families. We are focusing on, often our programming is specific to women, but we're not providing supports to their children and her spouses that are also part of the care that's received. So last week alone, I think we had 5 new calls of women who had begun treatment, all 5 of them, and were looking for support. All 5 of them were under the age of 45. So this fund this year is going to help us to make our space more inclusive to the children that are increasingly coming into the office. We have a beautiful space and a beautiful gym where our women are able to exercise in a safe space, but we have no equipment. So what I see is that the kids are coming in and mom gives them a screen and says, just wait there for a minute, here's your screen. So this will allow us to ensure that we can bring in some equipment for kids to be active while they're waiting for mom. To also feel that the breast cancer outreach and offices there are space in there for them too. So the piece of new gym equipment, some games, and art supplies available to them. We're also going to bring in some resources to have on hand for children, some books and some material around how they can navigate their journey as a child with a parent with cancer. So thank you for your continued support. And we're also happy. We know that it takes a community to do this work. And so when you're running your event and you need extra people too, please feel free to reach out to us, and we want to help make sure we're giving back to all of this need that continues in our community as well. This is fun. Thank you.
For that. Oh.
Apparently, those of you who were guests representing the organizations may have received a bill for your lunch. I told you it was on me. And so we just need to make sure that those bills come back to me. So Lindsay is going to come around and collect them, and I'll look after them. Next up, we have KCHC's Pathways to Education. And I'd ask Gary Castle and Petra Hansel to come forward to receive a grant of $2,500.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, we support high school students from Kingston's North End. You're on the edge of the neighborhood in which we serve. And we want to help high school students thrive in high school and move into something meaningful afterwards. And this particular program that we're running is relationship programming for guys, for male identifying students. We know that everybody creates relationships, romantic, friendship, otherwise. We were built for connection. But we receive so little actual explicit kind of training in it. We just have to figure it out on our own. And then a lot of boys or male identifying youth kind of find themselves in all sorts of new circumstances in relationships and just don't have the resources. And so we're starting a program with the John Howard Society to have really deep conversations about things that matter around relationships, our body's response to stress, the influence of the internet on how we think a relationship should be. And we're going to culminate with some camping, which going to talk about it around a campfire. So that's what I'm all about. Anything to add? No, Petra doesn't want to say anything, but so thank you very much, Rotary Kingston, for the all the stuff. Yeah, we're very much. You should pull that. Yeah, middle. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
We're doing very well. We've got 7 left to go. Thank you very much for your patience. Next up is youth diversion. And I'd ask Sean Quigley to come forward and accept a check for $1,600. Oh, there he is.
Oh, you're
Right there. I'm not here. Stand in front of the. Thank you so much. Stand in front of the camera.
Follow the rules, fella.
Thank you so much for this. Just real quickly, I would like to just stress that so that folks know
When you think about the grants that the Rotary Club of Kingston have given out, you guys have, it's a real thread that you've put across our entire community. I mean, $50,000 is the equivalent of $500,000 in prevention funding. That's what you've invested in all of our agencies here today. So thank you for that. Thank you, Paul. Thank you to Lindsay and for the committee for your decisions. Our group is, we're partnering with North Addington Education Center. Sorry, I ran down the hall. Take a breath. Our group is partnering with North Addington Education Center, our MEM team, which is a restorative practices team, and we are bringing restorative trauma-informed practices as well as mindfulness to the entire school. So in partnership with North Addington Education Center, what we're hoping to do for the next several months is to engage with classrooms, engage with teachers, offer training, and to help that school really embrace that restorativeness and to support relationships and to support the kids that are out in that school. So we're really grateful for this. Thank you so much, folks.
Thank you.
So that's going on the internet.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Don't feel my legs.
Our next organization is a new one for us, our Livable Solutions. And I'd ask Crystal Wilson to come forward as the acting executive director to accept a check for $2,138.
Thank you. And thank you for everyone's service, everybody who's serving in the community and people who just need extra support. So I'm the acting executive director of our Livable Solutions. We help people climb out of homelessness and attain independence and housing and purpose and hope. So we have just opened a new community house for 7 individuals. And just as a slight reminder about how easy it is for somebody to fall into homelessness, one of the gentlemen that's a resident at our new community house was a volunteer firefighter with South Frontenac. Wow. So it's one medical incident, one slip paycheck. It's very easy to slip into homelessness, and it is very easy, very difficult to climb back out. So with the support of Rotary, of community members, of donors, we've managed to open this community house without any government funding, which is kind of how we prefer it right now. But we are thankful for the support of Rotary for this grant because it's going to support our forest care team. So our forest care team came from an idea from a number of the people that we support who are interested in being part of the solution, battling climate change and food insecurity. So last year we planted a pocket forest in partnership with Livable Forest Kingston. I brought Josh, I made him come with me. He's been a big part of this project. So last year we planted a pocket forest. This year we're going to be planting a significant edible forest on Russell Street. We've been partnering with landlords who have rental properties whose backyards are underutilized, and to be able to do our part to battle climate change and food insecurity. Our new community house, the residents there are already planning a food forest at vegetable garden. They're trying to figure it out, but at the community house. So this grant will cover the tools that we need to have our team independent. It'll cover some of the plants that we need to plant at Russell Street, so we can buy a little bit bigger plants so we don't have to wait wall sticks for growth. And all of this is in thanks to Livable Forest Kingston, who have been helping transfer knowledge, transfer skills, and support our team as we start to grow and grow more trees. Thank you.
Ready to pull that? Oh, ready. You need your agent to release photos. Made that joke. They look so much like Ryan Gosling. Good to see you.
Our next recipient, I'm sure many of you have heard of, Almost Home. And I'd ask Leslie Miles to come forward to fund development and to keep the check for the 2020.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the lunch. Thanks for the invitation. It's a privilege to be here today. And I want to say thank you on behalf of the families we serve and from Almost Home for this grant funding. We're greatly appreciative I also wanted to say congratulations and thanks to everybody else here today that received funding for all the wonderful work that you're doing. I'm just sitting here going, wow, like it's just amazing. So congratulations to all of you. Almost Home, for those of you who may know and may not know, I just give you a little insight as what we do. We're down on William Street. We're a wonderful home away from home that provides accommodations for families while their children are receiving medical treatment here in the hospitals in Kingston. Families can stay, up to 11 families can stay, and we've been there for 33 years, which is amazing. They can stay for as long as they need. It could be an overnight, it can be for months. And while they're staying, we provide all the essentials. So everything that they need for their support, care, comfort, and to make that stress go away from them, while they can deal with whatever situation that their family is going through at that particular time. We're there to look after them. And this funding today that you're providing is going toward the essentials. So just to give you that idea, right now we have 5 families checking in, families that are leaving. So all of the bedding, the linens we have, are going on a regular basis, right? So we need to replace those. And that's what this money is going towards, making those beds fresh and clean and all the towels. And I just also wanted to say to you that we have another example is 2 children, one's 10, one's 5. They come every week for blood transfusions. And they're there for 2 years. So that's just an in and out. So it goes on a flow through basis on a regular basis. And happy story, a little family left yesterday after spending 4 months with us from the NICU unit. And the little one is now 4.5 pounds. He was born at 1.5 pounds. And he's going home. And he went yesterday. And I'm just so happy for them. So anyway, it's a happy place to be. And we're so lucky we're there. And thanks to all of you for making that happen. A lot. Hey, it's good to see you too.
Our next recipient is Extended Family Kingston. And I asked Peter Stevie, the Director of Finance, to come forward and accept a check for $2,500.
We're very grateful for Rotary at Extended Family. They've been very good to us over the years. They've contributed several times, I think, to this initiative as well. Not just this Rotary, but other Rotaries. When we've had families that have need help, we reached out and you guys have come and helped those families. So that whether it's providing service, a week of camp. So thank you. And we're very, very grateful. So this particular program that's being funded, it started, I don't know, sometime around COVID. We purchased 2 hydroponic units from a company in Kingston called Dunya Habitats. They look like two sheds. And from that, we've developed a program. It's kind of got 2 goals. One is, so Extended Family, we provide services to persons with intellectual disabilities. And so one of the goals was to develop a program for those individuals that provide them with education, with training, and with inclusion in community, because this is a group that is often excluded. And community partners have helped us immensely, even people like Queen's Engineering, to develop tools for people that can't do a task in the way that you or I could. And so this program has blossomed to something that's really beautiful. We have 10 individuals that love gardening every week, every day, if they can. And so what this $2,500 is going for is the operating costs. It's the seeds, the pots, the nutrients, the water to actually run the program, the operating costs of running the program. That allows these individuals we harvest and plant every week. Everything that we produce is donated back to the community. So for $2,500, that's 3 months. That's 325 pounds of produce. That's 1,800 meals into the community. So there's that smidge of an offset of a carbon footprint there as well. Thank you very much, Rotary. There's something. Thank you.
Our next organization is Dress for Success. And I'd ask Lindsay McDonald, the executive director, to come forward and accept a check for $1,600.
Thank you. My table in the back is so encouraging. Thank you for having me today from Dress for Success. I just want to start by saying I'm always so inspired at this meeting. We have been the recipient for several years. And every time I think I know the community around me as a leader of an organization, I'm humbled in this room to learn about the new programs and services that are being offered. So thank you so much for everything that you do as Rotarians in the Rotary Club. The money that we are receiving this year is actually going to go to fund a program that we started last year for the first time called Glamour for Grad, supporting graduates with dresses, graduation attire, to support their transition to whatever they're doing post-graduation. I have to be honest and say that between 2020 and 2024, we started receiving phone calls at Dress for Success from the community asking if we had graduation clothing. So really specifically prom dresses was the big ask. And it's not something that we were doing. By last year, I committed because I wasn't even sure it felt on mission for us to do it. But I committed to our board and all of our volunteers that we were going to make a go at it. And we were humbled at the event. So we run it as a 2-day event right now. And we gave out 261 dresses last year to students who came to the event. There was a lineup for several hours that we didn't expect. We were extremely overwhelmed. So this year, the money will help us broaden our reach, build supplies. We need more rolling racks. We need more mirrors. It's not something that we can do at our location. It's way too big. But it certainly solidified the fact that there's a gap for graduating students. And I have a graduating daughter, grade 12 this year. And if anybody's been out shopping for a prom dress, shopping for a graduation dress, or considering, it's gotten crazy. And there's a gap with graduates to sort of recognize and feel confident and empowered to celebrate their academic success and sort of transition that into looking forward. And hopefully it inspires them in their next chapter. So whether that's work, post-secondary education, whatever, but our program is serving anywhere from grade 8 to post-secondary graduation. So we're seeing St. Lawrence College, Queen students, but also alternative learning centers. So we're servicing, everywhere, and it could be also mature students graduating. So it's graduations of all sorts, but we're so grateful for this and excited to see what happens this year, but I think it'll be bigger. So thank you so much. Thank you. Awesome, thank you so much.
2 more great stories here. Next up is Sustainable Kingston, and I'd ask Wes Kerr, the energy coach, to come forward and accept a check for $1,000.
Thank you. I just want to echo some of the comments that I've been hearing from some of the other recipients today. It's really encouraging to hear all the good work that's being done in the community. It's a breath of fresh air today, so thank you, everyone. Sustainable Kingston, we are a nonprofit here in Kingston whose mission is to enhance the livability and resiliency of Kingston. We do that by offering programs and sharing knowledge with the community to drive community action. And this support is going to go towards our annual spring pitch-in event. That is an event that takes place across dozens of locations with individuals, community groups, school groups, as a community cleanup. So again, thank you for your support.
Any of you who have young children like me know that there are a lot of things that are not funded in schools. And so I'd ask Megan Fisher to come forward from the Salle Intermediate School to tell us about her program, the $1,500 check she's about to receive.
So just a little bit of context. I just moved to Kingston in August, so I could firmly cement my position as favorite child with my parents. And I have to say, this event has been beautiful. It's so eye-opening. It's wonderful to see like the city coming together to support its most marginalized and needy populations. It's beautiful. So thank you for existing. So the program that I'm supporting is the music program at LaSalle Intermediate. A lot of you are aware that LaSalle Secondary exists. We have an intermediate program there as well. And we live on the 3rd floor of the school. There's about 180 students or so, only grades 7 and 8. So there's a lot of hormones. All of the hormones all the time. And so that being said, there's also a lot of cell phones in people's hands. And so we would like to take all the cell phones out, put a music instrument in. So the plan is to invest in class sets of recorders and glockenspiels. Those are the little like xylophones, those things. Yes, and so I want to teach them like Black Sabbath. I think that would be really fun. But the idea is that with collaboration and recognizing the responsibility of not letting down your classmates, if you're playing the wrong notes, you're not practicing or anything like that. And also unlocking their creativity, because in the days of ChatGPT, which is now, the children aren't creative. It's hard for them to be creative because they don't have those outlets. It's all just, I need to create a story. Hey, ChatGPT, give me a story. And so we're losing the creativity of children, unfortunately. And so music is one of those things that I'm forcing it down their throats. They have to be creative, and hopefully good things will happen. Like they'll continue to explore music opportunities and band things, and hopefully continue to study music, or at least study things that bring them joy that aren't just on their phones. So that's the plan, and thank you very much.
We're going to call everybody to come up now for the group photo. But before you come up, just one final thank you to all of the organizations for the wonderful work that you do. It's been nice to get to know some new organizations, and hopefully our fundraising will be as successful again this coming year as it was last year, and we'll be able to grant even more checks at this time. Fine. Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, you want to do that first?
I'll just tell them. While we're waiting, we're going to get into the photo. Before we close the official proceedings, next week's meeting, March the 12th, will be here. Patrick Dean from Queen's University will have a report for us, and we will be inducting a new member. And if there's nothing else for the good of Rotary, thank you all for being here, and thank you to all. Congratulations on all the winners today. Have a good day.